It's your girl, Millie Maddness. Welcome to the 30 Minutes of Madness here on Quinn Broadcasting. How is everyone? I'm here with my special guest who happens to be very near and dear to my heart and a performing artist in theater, music, and many other things. My superstar guest, Thaili, the artist. Hi, Thaili.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on our show. We really, really appreciate having you.
It's no problem.
So how do you feel?
I feel very excited and also pretty nervous.
Okay. No reason to be angry. Nervous. All right. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Thaili.
Well, I have been in one of my school plays before.
Okay.
And
so let's talk a little bit about from the beginning. What are some of your interests? What are some of the things? What are some hobbies and interests? Things that you like to do?
well, some of my hobbies and interests, definitely one of them, my number one favorite, is drawing. I've always been, drawing since I was a little kid, and it's always been one of my passions. And also, I do like to sing and do performing and theater.
Okay, great. So tell me some things that you have done as far as performing and theater.
For performing and theater, I have been in one of my school plays before, like I said, and it all started with me auditioning for a fine arts club. And I got in, and we decided to do a play called Annie.
Okay.
And when the auditions came, I ended up getting the lead role as Annie for, I was really surprised because it was the first play I was ever being in, so I was just like, wow.
That is awesome. Now, was this the first time that you've ever gotten a lead role before?
Well, no, not really.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about, so now you got this lead role of Annie. How long did you have to kind of prepare for this show?
I had to practice for around 4 to 5 months.
Wow, 4 to 5 months of practicing. Okay, so tell me about the big day. Like, how was it?
The big day was nerve-wracking. I was really scared, but I realized that I had all of my other friends in fine arts there. I had, my best friend. I had, just everyone, and I realized that they were just as nervous as I was. So once those curtains opened, I just pretended that it was just like any other practice, and everything just happened. And also, when I was on the stage, I saw that, my family, they were just in the audience cheering me on along with everyone else. And that just got my spirits up, and I was able to get through it.
Amazing. So I see that you have your Annie shirt representing, huh?
Yeah.
Annie Kids. That must have been such an amazing experience. I mean,
It was.
So tell me about being on stage. That had to be incredible. You really, obviously I was there. I'm such a big fan. You really did amazing. You got a standing ovation at the end. I mean, what was that like?
It was really exciting, and seeing everyone just stand up and start clapping, just seeing everyone cheering for me and everyone, for the bows, for all the songs, just everything. It made me feel so happy, and it made me feel really supported and loved. And at the end, I am gonna admit, I cried a little bit.
Aww. Well, I can imagine all the emotions and so much support, and you did a phenomenal job. So you were acting, and was it just acting?
No, it was a musical So if you've seen the movie Annie, that you know it's a musical, and so yeah, we were singing, and the parts that got me really nervous were when I had to do the solos, and there were a lot of those.
Yeah.
You know, obviously since I was the main character.
Yes. So you had a lot of solos. So let people know a little bit about, for maybe somebody that hasn't watched Annie, like what was Annie about?
So if you haven't seen Annie, it's about all of these orphans that are living in an all-girls orphan house, and they have someone horrible that's taking care of them, Miss Hannigan. She treats them like maids and, you know, calls them rats, feeds them cold mush, and so they're just living miserably. But Annie, she when she was sent to the orphanage, she had a locket around her neck and a note from her parents saying that they were going to come back for her. So she always had that little twinkle of hope inside her that they were going to come back for her. So she made various attempts of trying to escape the orphanage. And time by time, Miss Hannigan caught her. But one day, a woman named Grace Farrell comes to the orphanage in search for an orphan. She is secretary for the billionaire Oliver Warbucks. He's the richest man in New York and one of the richest people in the world. So Grace Farrell said that he wanted an orphan to spend time with him for the Christmas. So Grace ended up picking Annie, and she was finally able to leave that horrible orphanage. And at first, Oliver Warbucks was a little iffy about the whole thing because he wanted a boy. But then Annie ended up, you know, proving him wrong, that she could be an awesome kid too. So then he ended up trying to adopt her. But Miss Hannigan's brother and his girlfriend ended up coming, pretending to be Annie's parents. So by the time, you know, they were about to pick Annie up, everyone had already figured out that they were fakes, and that sadly Annie's parents had died, you know, several years ago. But even though Annie really was an orphan, at the end she was able to be with Oliver Warbucks and Grace, and all the other orphans ended up getting homes too.
Nice. That is an awesome story. I mean, I know that Annie's a classic and so many people love that story. So for
It
you
was one of my favorite movies.
yeah, so I can imagine. So for you to play the lead role, that was incredible.
Thank you.
You did an amazing job. And what was it like wearing the costumes? Was it easy for you to maneuver in? Like once you put it on, did you feel like you were Annie? How do you?
So for, you know, for most of the time for practices, I was extremely nervous. But our music teacher, Maestro Hannah, who was, you know, creating all the props and everything and getting the play together, Maestro Hannah, he just told me that once that wig goes on, once that costume comes on, and any good actor will tell you this, you are a different person. You're no longer shy. You are Annie. Annie is strong. Annie is loud. Annie is brave. And that's who I became.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So for somebody that's interested in being into theater and doing what you're doing, what advice do you give them? Like, how do you get into this?
Well, the advice that I would give is that, you know, just stay strong, and that everyone else around you is just as nervous as you are. And, you know, there's no reason to feel alone because everyone feels the same way. You're all equally as nervous. Just pretend that it would be like any other practice. Pretend that, you know, it's just you and the other people performing. There's no one else there. And just everything will go smoothly, because that's what I did.
Nice. And everything did go smoothly. So I just want to congratulate you once again.
Thank you.
We're going to take a little quick commercial break and we're going to hear more about Thaili, the artist, and all the great things that she does and her big performance as Annie when we come back after these messages. Stay tuned.
Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say, passing up on my own ways. I can't blame you. No. Passive with the things you say.
To me, patient serving patients means that I know how I want to be treated when I walk in the door, and I expect everyone else to be treated the same way when they walk in the door. I've been a patient at Complete Care for about 5 years. Getting my primary care here at Complete Care means that it's convenient, it's accessible, I have a knowledgeable provider who takes good care of me in a very thorough and efficient way. Working here and knowing that we have people who are treating patients and serving patients makes me feel good, both as a person, as an employee, and as a member of the greater community. Because at Complete Care, we are patients serving patients.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Welcome back to 30 Minutes of Madness here on Queen Broadcasting. It's your girl, Millie Maddness, and I'm here with my girl, Thaili, the artist. Thaili, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's like very interesting to hear about you. Tell people, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. Wow. And you've done so much, and you're only 10 years old. You definitely have a bright and promising future.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what your goals are. What are kind of some things that you strive for and would like to achieve? What are your goals in life?
Well, some things that I would like to achieve is definitely one, to get better with my acting, with my singing, so that way, maybe someday in the future I will be able to be, an actress in movies. Another goal of mine is to try to become a better artist because, like I said before, my entire life I've always loved, drawing. I've always loved painting, and, my older siblings, my family, we've always just loved drawing, painting. So I would also like to become a good artist too.
Nice. That's great. And you are a very good artist, and don't ever give up on your dreams because you really can become anything that you desire.
Thank you.
So, Thaili, what kind of things are what are you currently working on? What are some things that you want to get into?
Some things that I'm currently working on is a Miss Puerto Rico pageant. Because, as some people know, every year there would be a Puerto Rican pageant in a park, and one of the activities there would be the Puerto Rican pageant. So I was entering in there, and we're practicing dances, our talents. I'm obviously going to do singing. Just everything. And I'm very nervous and also very excited.
Nice. So being a part of the pageant is a big deal. You have to kind of like also be on stage. Do you find that the more that you are on stage, do you still feel just as nervous, or do you feel more comfortable the more you're on stage?
The more I'm on stage, the more I feel a little bit kind of better in a way. Just because, like, I know that everything's gonna go smoothly, you know, if I do everything right. And I know that, you know, everything is gonna be fine, whether I win or lose. It's gonna be good. And just, yeah. I feel like the more I'm on stage, the more I get nervous, but I feel like that's a good thing because the more I'm nervous, the better I do, because the more I'm scared to mess up, the more I don't.
Yeah, oh, that's great. So do you have any kind of certain rituals that you have before you go on stage or after? Like, what's the first thing that you do to prepare yourself to get on stage? Do you have like a moment? Do you like talk to yourself? Do you like...
Well, usually I take, you know, a couple deep breaths. I just imagine all the positives instead of the negatives, like how my family would be there cheering me on, how all my other friends are going to be doing it too, and they're just as nervous as I am. So
Nice.
that's how, you know, I kind of calm myself down and know that I'm not alone.
Nice, nice. So great. So you're coming out Miss Puerto Rico pageant. You've done, you know, so many things with the art industry. You've been in lead roles in multiple school plays, because I believe you've done some other things as well as lead role.
Oh yeah, I believe so. In my other school, we had a VIP day, and a lot of girls we were gonna do a big song, and 2 girls were able to get a solo part in the song, and a bunch of girls auditioned, around like 10 to 13, and I was one of the 2 girls who were able to get the solo part.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, does that have any effect on your academics? How are you doing in school?
I am actually doing really good in school. I'm an A and B student. All the acting hasn't really affected my grades in any way. Just, you know, sometimes it does get a little stressful trying to focus on, you know, my grades, and then also, you know, everything with the fine arts, all the acting, everything I have to memorize. So at times that does get stressful, but, you know, I have my ways to cope.
Nice, nice. So you do have, you've been on the honor roll, on the principal's list, I was told, and all of those things. So I'm sure that it's a lot to juggle and a lot to take in, and you're only 10 years old and you're doing it. So I'm super proud of you, and you're an inspiration to a lot of the youth out there, and you're a great example to show that you really can do anything that you put your mind to.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. We really look forward to seeing all the things that you have going on. I know that for a little while you had something to do with cooking as well. You auditioned,
yeah.
and you're still waiting to hear back from them. What show
yeah.
was that?
It was a cooking show.
The Chop Junior.
Yes, Chop Junior.
On the Food Network.
Yep. Chop
That's
Junior
pretty big.
on the Food Network. Chop Junior, you know, yeah, Junior.
Yeah, they contacted you, and
yeah, I had to do a whole interview. I had to, you know, learn a lot about cooking, and I already knew a thing or two about cooking, especially since my dad is a chef, and he knows a lot, and ever since I was little, he's always had me in the kitchen helping him out. So it went pretty well, and I'm still waiting to hear back.
okay. Oh, well, good luck with that and
Thank
all the
you.
great things that you have. You are a great student, great performing artist, and you cook. You are Supergirl.
Thank
and
you.
Definitely Superwoman in the making.
I try my best.
I'm just very proud of you.
Thank you.
you achieve a lot, and I know that you have so much. You're just destined for greatness. You have so much more.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So I know that in a little while we're gonna give people a little taste of what Thaili the artist is all about, and we're gonna have you sing for us a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. And you know, I want to share with the people some of your talents and what you could do. Do you have an email address or something like that?
Yes. My email address is tylertheartist@gmail.com.
Okay, that's great. So if somebody wants to know more information about that, then they can contact you there. And also, you do a little like graphics and stuff. You make, what is that? We were discussing the video that you make. You make like some animation or something.
Oh,
It's kind of like the in thing. So
Oh yeah, there's a little bit, of a small app called Gotcha Life that I use a lot to create, little animations. And it's very hard though because, I have to first, create the character, their type of personality. I have to take multiple screenshots of them, moving, showing different expressions, and it's very hard to take all the screenshots and all of the editing together. But yeah, I use that a lot just because I think it's fun and I think the animating is cool.
wow, so you do all this because you're creating your own digital story? Is that?
Yes.
Wow, so you're creating the characters and the animation and everything in your story. That is amazing. So I look forward to seeing that a little bit and later. We'll have you back on the show at some point and you can let us know how everything went for you on the pageant and how things are coming along for you.
Yes.
So
thank you.
again, if you have just kind of advice for the youth today. The youth right now is so many things that digital, Facebook, there's social media. There's so much going on today. And there's a lot of negativity also. So what's kind of something that you would advise the youth to stay positive, stay focused, and
I would advise them to, like you said, always stay positive because everything is going to turn out fine. Even though there is a lot of negativity going on in our world, you just have to stay positive and put a smile on your face because there are people that care about you and, you just need to stay strong. I've always stayed strong in my life and look where it got me.
nice.
With all, the stress and sometimes negativity going on, it's just, just stay strong. And if you ever, feel just upset about something, you feel very stressed, just talk about it to someone and I'm sure they'll understand and you'll be able to just get it all out. And, once it's out, you feel happy, you feel positive and stress-free.
Nice. Okay. Well, Thaili, it was a pleasure having you on this show.
Thank you.
And we are going to wrap up a little bit with a little bit of Thaili in the spotlight, and you're going to sing for us, right?
Okay.
Okay.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much, and good luck to you and all the wonderful things that you have going on.
Thank you.
All right. So there we have it, 30 Minutes of Madness here with your girl Millie Maddness and my girl here, Thaili the artist. And we're going to come back with a little spotlight on Thaili, and she's going to do a little something, a little taste for us here. So thank you so much for tuning in. And 30 Minutes of Madness on Quinn Broadcasting, Comcast Channel 22. We'll see you soon.
When did I become so numb? When did I lose myself? All the words that leave my tongue feel like they came from someone else. I'm paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed. When did I become so cold? When did I become ashamed? Oh, where's the person that I know? Well, they must have left with all my faith. I'm paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. I'm scared to live, but I'm scared to die. And if life is pain, then I buried mine a long time ago, but it's still alive and it's taking over me. Where am I? I want to feel something. I'm numb inside. Don't feel nothing. I wonder why time races by and life passes by. Look, I sit back and I watch it. Hands in my pockets, wait from crashing over me, but I just watch him. I'm underwater, but I feel like I'm top of it. I'm at the bottom and I know what the problem is. I'm in a box, but I'm gonna lock me in, suffocating, running out of oxygen. I'm paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I no longer feel things I know I should. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost and it kills me inside. I'm paralyzed. I'm just so paralyzed. Where are my feelings? I'm just so paralyzed inside. I'm paralyzed.
Need something fixed? Think Latour Hardware and Garden Center, your best bet for reliable and lasting repairs. For over 30 years, Latour has been the expert in small engine repairs, lawnmower repairs, blade sharpening, screen and window repair, glass cutting, generator maintenance, and power tool repairs. Latour services all major brands, and whether you visit the store or take advantage of Latour's pickup and delivery service, you'll know your job is being done right. Think hardware, think Latour Hardware and Garden Center. Come on in and get started.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Passionate from miles away, passive at the things you say, passing up on my always. I can't blame you. No. passive with the things you say.